Hi, everyone. My name is Smriti P. I am a mentor with Magic and a board apprentice, and I used to be a mentee as well. I am now a software engineer at Google working on search, and today I'm really excited to be interviewing the mentee mentor pair of Lavu and Thapani. Let's start off with some intros. So, Lavu, can you tell us a little bit about where you go to school, what grade you're in?
I'm Lavu B, and I'm a freshman at Menlo School.
Thank you. And Thapani?
So I am currently an application developer at the University of South Florida. I've been there for around 2 or 3 years. So my background is mainly just in web development.
Thank you. And I had the pleasure of attending the final presentation. Congratulations, by the way, on the presentation and the whole session. It was wonderful to hear about the project and your experience. Levu, could you give us a summary, maybe in a couple sentences, of your project?
The project I chose was drug discovery using machine learning, where I basically built a machine learning algorithm that can be used to treat Alzheimer's disease. And yeah,
And where did the interest in this project come from?
so I guess I've always been interested in biology ever since I was introduced to it in sixth grade, like I said in the presentation.
Mhm.
And then I've also taken some CS courses in the past. And then also during COVID, like with all like the vaccines and everything, that kind of got me introduced to like different drugs and like vaccines. So I guess my project kind of tied in all of these different interests.
Right.
Um,
That's wonderful. You talked a bit about or a lot about the data science workflow, which I found very interesting.
yeah.
And I know I asked this question in the final presentation, but I'll ask it here again, which was about that exploration phase and when you find bias in the data, what you do when you discover those and how you deal with them.
Yeah. So you basically want to like clean out the data because a lot of time, like within like raw data is going to be like very messy and has like a lot of redundant information.
Mhm.
So you kind of want to like clean out that information so your machine learning model isn't biased and you have like a good distribution across. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. It's exciting to see that, the more I work in machine learning and search for query understanding, and it's so important to look at your data and do this work. So, uh, question for Tapani actually, what is your background and how did it connect to this ML, to this data science kind of stuff?
So even though I do web development, actually, I did like a data science boot camp in like 2019. So I was introduced to that field, and I've been quite passionate about it, and it's still quite popular. And so this project sort of helped me to remember the concepts that I learned.
Yeah, I feel like I had a mini course. Like it was a mini for me just from Lavu's presentation. So incredible job. I mean, working with her and Lavu for being able to explain those concepts. It was really, really cool to see. Um, Lavu, was there anything that surprised you as you were going through this process?
Yeah, I guess it's just I've never, I think I talked about this in the presentation as well, but I've never really like been like introduced to like machine learning or anything. So I didn't really know anything about like even just like the data science workflow and the different steps there are in like building a machine learning model. So that
Right.
was like really interesting to learn about. And also that like kind of breaking down like the steps of like treating Alzheimer's disease with drugs was like pretty cool because that always seemed like so complicated. Now I can like break it down into steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there any part that you really enjoyed?
Yeah, I think like I said, just learning about all of these different things and like the data science workflow and machine learning was really cool.
Hmm.
Because like one of the reasons I really wanted to do magic was just to like kind of delve deeper into a certain subject. Just because I feel like in school there's always like these very like a bunch of different subjects, but you never like really delve deep into it. So it was just really cool learning about all of those different fields.
Right. Getting the opportunity to dive into it. I think, yeah, that's a really
Yeah.
good way to capture what the program does. Um, were you inspired as you worked through this, or did you get any new ideas for things you might want to explore in the future?
Yeah. I guess whenever like I've thought about what I want to do in the future, I kind of didn't really know specifically. Like I knew I was interested in like biology and like STEM in general. But now that I've been introduced this field, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'll be more interested in like combining CS or like even data science. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah.
Very cool. Nice to hear that. Couple closing questions. So one for Tapani. Was there anything you learned from this mentoring experience that you hope to take forward with you?
Well, I definitely learned a lot of new things because I had no idea about bioinformatics as a field. Like I did not learn that you can use machine learning to see which drugs would work. I think what I will take on, I mean, like I really enjoy working with Lavu. So I really do hope that we keep in contact. And I think I will just continue on doing this work because I really enjoy the relationship with them.
Awesome. Thank you. And Lavu, do you have any advice for future mentees?
Um, I guess just like really use the experience like well and like to your advantage. Because I guess the STEM field can be especially like hard to like navigate at times. So really just like building that relationship with your mentor and like really choosing a project that you're passionate about.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah,
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much, both of you, for your time. And Lavu, I'm excited to see what you do next. And of course, it's happening as well. Congratulations once again, and thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.